Hello, beautiful people. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am Joy Fitzgerald of SpeakingJoy. Today, I get to talk about one of my most favorite tools that has been immensely impactful and helpful in redesigning and repurposing my life to win as a mother, a wife, an author, a life coach, but also in my career, based on how I define winning. Now, when I say the term vision board, does that excite you? Maybe not everyone, but hopefully by the end of this video, you will understand the benefits, but also the power in investing in a vision board. So, before we get started, please do me a big favor and hit that subscribe button. Also, feel free to share this video with your family members and your friends. It could be a small gift that pays off big in helping people to achieve their life aspirations, but also their goals. So what is a vision board? A vision board, simply put, is about creating the future of your life through visual imagery. I know, if you were like me, I too thought the idea of having poster boards and glue sticks and magazines was a little overrated, but it's so much more than that. What if I told you that a vision board could be one of the most powerful tools and activities that you could engage in this year to reach many of the aspirations that you have set before your life? If you were like me, I had this idea that creating a New Year's resolution was the going way to re-articulate or reimagine my life. Every year, I would write 3 to 5 goals that I was so committed to. By March or April, I had lost focus. I don't think there was one year in which I created a New Year's resolution list that I was committed from beginning to end. They didn't work for me. But if they work for you, that's great. Keep doing it. But if not, I want to talk about why a vision board works and why it's different. Number one, a vision board acknowledges and incorporates your feelings. Many New Year's resolutions or lists, they miss one of the most important things for us, and that is our feelings. While a vision board, I know, has a lot of goals or dreams or aspirations, very rarely do we take the time to think about how we want to feel and how we want to experience life. Have you ever heard of the old saying, people may forget what you said, they may forget what you did, but they will never forget how you made them feel. So feelings and emotions are core and critical to our life experiences, but they're even more important to ensure that we have a positive life journey. And I know feelings is a place of vulnerability. And I know even just saying the word feelings could be a little intimidating to a lot of you. I remember the first time I talked to my husband about doing a vision board. He was like, no, you and the kids do it. I'm good. I was like, oh babe, we're gonna get to talk about feelings and our life. And he was like, Joy, a little bit much for me. But I convinced him to do it, and he was a great husband and did it originally to please me or maybe even keep me quiet. But at the end of it, he found so much value in it for himself, as a husband, as an individual, but also as a leader. So I highly encourage you that vision boards are a great way for people who don't always focus on feelings to set aside their time and really think about how they feel. Trust me, how you feel is so important to how you will live. Number 2, vision boards give you permission to see you. Now, I know we see ourselves every day in the mirror, but how often do you take the intentional time to stop and really see what is important to you? A vision board sometimes gives language and meaning to the many things that we have compartmentalized, or maybe we have so buried in our subconscious that we aren't even aware of what our dreams are. It gives us that focused time and energy to really think, reflect, and articulate what our mind and our mouth maybe is a little too afraid to even acknowledge. For me personally, a vision board has been a place of vulnerability to acknowledge some of my fears. Sometimes it's scary to speak some things out loud, but it's a little easier to find a photo or an image or a word to place on your vision board that just even acknowledges some of the things that you may be wrestling through, that you may not have even wanted to face. It's healing, it's powerful, and it is a very low-cost form of therapy. Trust me. Number 3, a vision board is a mental exercise. It helps you to have a mental discipline of exercising your mind and being committed to all of the possibilities that you could enjoy in your life. It helps you to visualize what could be possible over and over and over again while holding yourself accountable. As with any muscle in your body, if you want to get strong or to tone it up, you're going to have to exercise. And you can't just exercise once out of the year and think that you have built that muscle to its full capacity. That's the same as with your mind. Studies show over and over again, athletes or individuals who have been wildly successful at winning, they first had to visually imagine and see themselves winning. So think about it. Why do we have trophies and photos or artifacts up in our homes, such as degrees or certification? These are visual reminders and stimulators that build and feed a muscle subconsciously. And what it says to you, you did it. You accomplished it. You won. You persevered. You were resilient. And it also says to others, it's possible. You can do it. You can win. You can achieve that goal. It is so important for you to have a visual representation through a vision board that you can take a photo once you're done and put it in your phone or frame it up or have it somewhere in your home that feeds both your conscious and your subconscious, and it exercises a muscle so that when you have doubt or when you have those naysayers or dream killers that call you and say, you're too old, you're too busy, you're too tired, whatever that is, that you can go back and you can look at that vision board and say, I can do it. This is what I have designed for my life. So exercise that mental muscle and create a vision board. You will grow stronger in your mindset. You will become more resilient, more committed, but most importantly, more accountable to you. You deserve it. Number 4, a vision board helps to ground you. This is a very, very important aspect of helping you to be successful in anything that you do. I remember my grandmother used to always say, baby, if you don't have a foundation, you won't accomplish anything. So what does she really mean by that? Think about it. If you are not grounded in life, when the storms of life come, and unfortunately they will come, your dreams and your goals and even your vision for your life, it will be blown away because you're not grounded. I know that in years in which I haven't really focused or didn't have a vision board centered for my life, when things happened, I could look back and I really was not successful in accomplishing those goals because I really didn't have anything to ground me. I was like that leaf that when the wind blew, I blew with it. But when I have engaged and really spent some introspective time, thinking, ideating, reflecting, being honest with myself, but don't let me sway you. Doing a vision board is actually fun. When I engaged in that and things happened in life, I was grounded. I may have swayed, but I did not lose focus. I stayed committed to those things that I wanted to accomplish because I felt like I owed it to myself. I owed it to my life, and I needed to answer to me. And I want you to give yourself permission to do that for you. You are so very worth it. Last but not least, vision boards are immensely helpful in helping others to see you, but also it helps you to see others. So what do I mean by that? I remember when my children were younger, we moved from Tennessee to Iowa. All of our family was in Tennessee, and quite frankly, it was a big move for us, a really big move for me. And during that time, my son was in the 3rd grade, my daughter was in the 5th. And I really wanted to keep a pulse on how the children were doing, how they were coping with their feelings. And you know, when you ask young children to articulate to you, how do you feel? What's going on? Talk to me. You'll get the cursory, I'm good, everything's okay, I'm fine. I found as a family, us taking the time in doing a vision board together, it was a very powerful exercise. It gave meaning and language to things that my children were not able to articulate to me or my husband. And they maybe weren't even able to articulate it to themselves. It was a safe and healthy way for them to show us how they were feeling, but also it provided key insights and a heightened understanding for us as parents to better support them and better parent them. I know that in many cases, we believe that we see others, but guess what? You're seeing others through your lens of how you want to see them. A vision board allows you to see others through their lens. And it's eye-opening and it's revealing. My husband and I have even created a vision board for our marriage and for our home. It was powerful And it was so healthy because it was doing a vision board together. It was a sign and it was a commitment of us helping each other to be the best versions of ourselves. Vision boards, it's a very powerful tool. I encourage everyone that I coach. The one thing people often ask, Joy, what is that one thing that I could do to help me attain my goals or my dreams or to find my purpose? And I always start by saying, create a vision board. Are you clear around what you want? Can you see who you want to be? Can you see how you want to live? And it's only when you can invest in you that others are able to help you and to support you while having a ton of fun. Now, I hope that something I've said through this episode has made you a little less skeptical, a little more curious, intrigued, and maybe even encouraged to take the step to creating a vision board. I promise you, it will be a worthwhile investment into your life and into your future. Don't forget to subscribe. And until next time, don't wait for joy to happen. Create it and make it. You are the author of your future. Bye.